been kind of brainstorming these last like 2 days to set up this 10 man, not 10 man, yeah, like a pro hub basically, which is very tricky as well because there's a lot of variables to that. But I'm most likely gonna give it a crack, and I can kind of tell you guys how I see it working. Basically, my plan is to like try to get all the franchise teams, all the franchise players, and then also all the tier 1 players, like all the TSMs, guards, all those guys, etc., etc. It's not going to be called the Pro Hub. I already because it's Pornhub. Yeah, whatever. All the pros, and then have a very strict criteria of how you can get in and how you can apply to get in. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I'm just going to give it a crack and see. But basically, we're going to have a first set of people that we invite, which will be like probably like 100, 120 people. And then after that, out of those 120 people, it's going to be 7 people in the council, where those people will be deciding on people coming in and coming out, and their votes will be anonymous and no one will know what they vote for and stuff like that. And basically is that if you're a franchise player, if you're a player on a franchise team, you can join directly. And then if you're a contracted player for Valorant on a tier 1 org, then you can join right away. So if you meet those 2 requirements, you can join right away. Player on franchise team, wherever. If you come from like Europe and you come to NA, you can play no matter what. Or if you're contracted on a tier 1 org as a Valorant player. So that'll include like for example, M80, the guard, TSM, whoever, those guys. So those will be direct invites. Those people join directly. Those guys can join. And then basically, if you don't meet that criteria, you have to apply to join. And then to apply to join, you have to meet one of these criterias. So if you meet these, you can join directly. This is direct invite. You can join the hub. Otherwise, you have to apply to join, and you have to meet one of these. So you have a top 50 finish in the last 3 acts as one option. Second option is you're contracted player on a team for 6+ months in the last 2 years. It has to be a Valorant team. So if you were pro for at least 6 months in the last 2 years, then you can apply to join. And then this is kind of the content creator option, because I feel like they should also have a way to get in. If you're Immortal 3 plus in your last 3 acts with 500 hours streamed in Valorant in the last year, then you can also apply to join. Otherwise, no exception. And then once you apply to join, we have a 7-person council, which will be like me and 6 other pros that are established. And literally, once you apply to join, my plan is to just take those names, give it to each like as a form. They just vote yes or no. And then if you have more yes than no, you can get in. This is my thought process. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet. A, I don't know if it's going to work. B, and I don't know if it's right. C, that's kind of where my head's at though, of how I see it working. I don't know. And then basically there'll be an initial like set of people that I just invite based off of, I'm only inviting just straight up pros and people that have been pro, and then, teamless pro, like, yeah, basically people that are already in this criteria. And then, yeah. And then after that, we just start from there and go from there. There's going to be people that are left out for sure, but I feel like that's the only way it would go down. So I don't know. But then it gets tricky. Like the problem is like there's so many ex pros. There's so many, but like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. This is it. You know, we're going to make the criteria. We're going to agree on it. And then that's it. If you don't meet it, then it's fucking, I don't know. That's it. It has to be like tight knit. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So at that point, it's just the council decides. Like when people apply, we get the names, and then they just vote yes or no. All their votes are anonymous, and then if they have enough yeses, they can join and create. No, so I want it to be where like ranked players are in there too, like legit players that are trying to be competitive and shit like that. So like your upcoming kids. So, but like what? I think this is fair. No, you have to grind the leaderboard for your chance. Maybe I can change this to top 100 finish, and then you can apply. But I feel like if you want to get in, then you have to grind it. And then you apply, and there's a chance you don't get in still. If you're a shithead, you probably won't get in. But people know your reputation. So if you're a shithead, maybe people are going to vote no. But yeah, that's like your way. If you're just a ranked player that wants to get in, then that's your way in. Or you join a team. That's another way in. And then this was my content creator, which Actually, Finesse had the idea. Like he mentioned, like you should have a way for those guys to get involved too. Because I was trying to pick his brain as well for what he thought. So I'm not sure about this either. Should it be Radiant in the last 3 acts with 500 hours? I don't know. This is going to breed gatekeeping that's happened in Fortnite at the high elo levels. It's not gatekeeping. You can literally apply to join. And with the council, it won't be gate kept because the way I see it is that we're going to have 7 pros in the council. And those people in the council, basically my plan is to just send them a form with the names and they vote yes or no. And they're not like, and I know the clicks between the pros. So I'm going to try to pick 7 pros that are not friendly. Like they're not friendly, but 7 pros that don't, they're not like super click, you know? So 7 different pro group friends or whatever. But I think more than anything, what this will do is also make the fucking pro scene stronger, or like it'll make people better. And we'll see. We shall see in these next few days what happens.